Happy Thursday! Let's start our circle time off with downright upright. Can you get your thumbs ready? Here we go. We're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. We're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. Since we came to Smith, we've made a lot of friends, so we're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. Can we go faster? We're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. We're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. Since we came to Smith, we've made a lot of friends, so we're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. Can we go supersonic fast? I think you can. Here we go. We're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. We're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. Since we came to Smith, we've made a lot of friends, so we're downright upright and right outright happy all the time. Awesome. All right, friends, today is Thursday, and it is the last day that we're going to have 2 live meetings and then the circle time in the afternoons, okay? So starting tomorrow, there's going to be a video for you posted in the morning, and I will explain the activities for the day in that morning video, all right? But our circle time videos, it'll still kind of be like this. We'll still sing songs and read books, but I just wanted to explain that there's going to be no more live lessons after this. And if you were on our live session, you did know that this morning, but I just wanted to repeat it because I know there's a few of you that only watch these in the afternoons. All right, friends, so today's letter is the letter W. So could you get a piece of paper and a marker, and let's practice writing a W. A W is a letter that we don't write all that much. There's not a ton of words with a W in them, so we don't get a lot of practice. So now is a great time to practice. So find a piece of paper and a writing utensil, and of course, as always, if you don't have those, you can just use your finger and practice making them in the air. So to do a W, it's made up of straight lines, and we're going to start at the top. And so we go like this. We go down, up, like that. That is a W. See how I only went halfway up in the middle? I went down, up, but I didn't go all the way to the top. If you go all the way to the top, that's totally fine. You can do that. You could go down, up, down, up. Sometimes that's easier for you to do, and that's fine. Okay, so that is the capital W, or the uppercase. Now we're going to do the lowercase w. And it looks like that. Can you do the lowercase w? It looks the same, but it's smaller, and you can do a little more of a curved line at the bottom if you'd like, or you can do it in straight lines too. You could do it just like this, is totally fine. Both are correct. Okay, the only thing we have to remember when we're writing letters, and we've talked about it through all of this alphabet review, is that we always need to remember that we start our letters at the top. So if we were doing, with a W, you probably would start it at the top. But if you were doing a letter like an O, I never want you to start at the bottom and go around like that. That isn't how we make an O, right? We always start at the top and do it that way. But a W, we do just kind of naturally start at the top because we go down, up, like that. All right, so that is our W. So I was trying to think of words that start with a W. One word I thought of was the word wheel. So I thought we could sing the wheels on the bus. Okay, are you ready to sing with me? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 wah. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 all through the town. The mummies and daddies on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The mom and dads on the bus go shh, 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 all through the town. The driver on the bus goes, move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus goes, move on back, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Awesome! All right, so I found a book that I wanted to read to you because another word that starts with a W is the word water. Water. Because remember, W says w, w, and that's our action, w. So water, wheels, those both start with a W. So this book is a bit of a science book because it has a question that the book is going to answer for you. It says, why do puddles disappear? Noticing forms of water. So the word why actually starts with a W as well. Why do puddles disappear? Noticing forms of water. So we're going to look at water and learn a little bit about it. So it's a little bit of science for you, okay? So this is a nonfiction book because it's about something real. It has a table of contents. During our Circle Time videos, we have really looked at a lot of nonfiction books, and we've talked about things you see in a nonfiction book, and of course the table of contents is one of them. All right, Chapter 1, Science Detectives. Good afternoon, class, says our teacher. Reef giggles. Why are you dressed up like that, Miss Ling? This is my detective outfit, Miss Ling answers. I need your help to solve some mysteries. She explains that we'll be science detectives making observations. Observations are things we notice when we look carefully. Is that like finding clues? Alika asks. Exactly, Miss Lin says. We'll also look for patterns. We remember a pattern is something that happens over and over again. Chapter 2, The Mystery of the Missing Ice. It's time to solve our first mystery. Miss Ling tells us that she put an ice cube in a cup this morning. Then she put it near the sunny window. Now my ice cube is missing, she tells us. Where did it go? Let's look for clues, says Dara. I found a clue, Ravi says. I see water in the cup. Good observation, Miss Ling says. What does that clue tell us? I know, says Lola. It tells us that the ice is melted. We talk about how ice is frozen water. Then Miss Ling explains that frozen water is a solid and melted water is a liquid. Frozen water melts when it gets warm, she says. It changes from a solid to a liquid. Let's make a prediction, Miss Ling says. We know that a prediction is a guess about something that's going to happen. Our teacher asks, if we put this water in the freezer, what will happen to it? So friends, think about that. Do you know what's going to happen when the water goes in the freezer? Becky says, it will freeze. Right, said Miss Ling. Water changes from a liquid to a solid when it gets cold. Chapter 3, The Mystery of the Missing Puddle. We solved our first mystery. Miss Ling takes us outside for the second one. Who remembers the weather yesterday, she asks. It rained, buckets and buckets, says Joshua. There were puddles everywhere, Malik adds. Yes, there were, Miss Ling says. I drew a circle around my favorite puddle. We see a sidewalk chalk circle on the ground, but no puddle. See it there, friends? That's what she drew around the puddle the day before. Where's my puddle? Asked Miss Ling. Did someone take it? Becky laughs. No one can take a puddle. Reef asks, did it melt like the ice? Not quite, says Miss Ling. She explains that liquid water evaporates when it warms up. That means it turns into a gas. The sun shined on the puddle, says Joshua, and it warmed up the water. So your puddle evaporated, says Lola. Mystery solved, says Dara. Friends, look at this. They're laughing because they drew a picture of this guy stealing a puddle. That would be so silly. That could never happen. But that's how it happens. The sun warms up the water in the puddle, and then it turns into a gas that goes up into the air. And so the water evaporates. Chapter 4, A Global Mystery. We get back to our classroom for the next mystery. Miss Ling wants us to find out where all the water on Earth is. Let's look at a globe for clues, says Joshua. Great idea, says Miss Ling. Now, how can we use it to find water? Alika raises her hand. A globe is a map of our planet, and water is usually blue on maps. We observe the globe, we spot rivers and streams, we find lakes and oceans. It looks like there's a lot of water on our planet, Ravi says. That is true. If you look at a globe, look at all that blue. The green is the land and the blue is the water. Malakas, what about the white part at the bottom of the globe? Excellent question, says Miss Ling. That part of the Earth is called the South Pole. The North Pole has some white on it too. Does anyone know why? Is it snow? Asked Lola. Yes, some of it is snow, but most of it is ice, our teacher answers. And what are ice and snow made of? Water, we all answer. We have one last mystery to solve, said Miss Ling. Does anyone see any patterns with water? When ice warms up, it melts, says Becky. And when ice gets cold, it freezes, said Ravi. Don't forget that water also turns into a gas when it heats up, says Malik. Gas, liquid, solid, gas, liquid, solid. Water can go back and forth again and again. And it's a pattern, says Dara. You solved all the mysteries, Miss Ling says. Great work, science detectives. The end. So friends, there's a little nonfiction book about water and how it can change. All right, so another word that I thought of that starts with a W is a worm. Worms start with a W, and I have a little song called The Littlest Worm. And so if you know this, you might want to sing it with me. If you're a friend that goes to Sparks or to Scouts, you might sing this song when you go there. I know that's where I learned this song. So it goes like this. The littlest worm you ever saw. You know what? I'm going to start again. You have to repeat after me. So I'm going to sing, and then you repeat the line. I'll sing it twice. So I'm going to sing it in a big voice, and then I'll whisper it, and the whisper part is the part you sing with me. Okay, it's a repeating song. The littlest worm you ever saw, got stuck inside my soda straw. Now we all sing. The littlest worm you ever saw got stuck inside my soda straw, my soda straw. Now we go back to repeating. He said to me, don't take a sip, for if you do, you'll really flip. Now we all sing. He said to me, don't take a sip, for if you do, you'll really flip, you'll really flip. I took a sip. The worm went down all through my pipes. He must have drowned. I took a sip, the worm went down all through my pipes. He must have drowned, he must have drowned. He was my pal, he was my friend, and now he's gone, and that's the end. He was my pal, he was my friend, and now he's gone, and that's the end, and that's the end. The moral of this story is, don't take a sip where wormy lives. The moral of this story is, don't take a sip where wormy lives, where wormy lives. Awesome. All right, friends. Whoop, there goes my ukulele. Okay, I have one more book to read to you today, and it starts with a W as well, and the book is called The Word Collector. Love this book. This book has lots of words in it, and some of them are really tricky. They're even hard for me to say, so you might see me stumbling a couple times on a few of the words. But I love this book called The Word Collector, and it's by the author Peter Reynolds. And he writes lots of books. All right, here we go. Collectors collect things. Some people collect stamps. Some people collect coins. Others collect rocks. And some collect art. Some collect bugs and others collect baseball cards. Some people collect comic books. And Jerome, what did he collect? Jerome collected words. He collected words he heard. Certain words caught his attention. My trip to Peru was perfectly pleasant. See, and so now he's writing down the word Peru because he thought that word was interesting to him. He collected words he saw. Certain words jumped out at him. So it says Willow Tea Shop. So he's writing down the word willow because that word sounded interesting to him. And you know what, friends? Willow starts with a W, and that's our letter of the day. He collected words he read. Certain words just popped off the page. Here he's reading The Wizard of Oz. That's another word that starts with a W, wizard. And he's writing down the word emerald because that word was interesting to him. Short and sweet words and two-syllable words and multi-syllable words that sounded like little songs. Spark, bloom, drift, dream, treasure, motif, whisper, candid, hover, glimmer, geometry, guacamole, kaleidoscope, wonderful, and symphony. There were words he did not know the meaning of at first, but they were marvelous to say. There were words whose sounds were perfectly suited to their meaning. So here are the words: aromatic, vociferous, effervescent, and then molasses, smudge, bellow, torrential, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. Jerome filled his scrapbooks more and more with his favorite words, and Jerome's collections grew. He began organizing them: dreamy, science, sad, action, poetic. One day, while transporting them, Jerome slipped and his words went flying. As he began to pick them up, he noticed his collections had become jumbled. Big words next to little words and sad words next to dreamy words. And Jerome began stringing words together, words he had not ever imagined being side by side. So here are the words he's put on the line so far: whisper, symphony, electric, peace, savor, dreams, cascading, stars. He used his words to write poems, and he used his poems to make songs. They moved, they delighted. Some of his simplest words were his most powerful. Here he is saying to a friend, I understand. I'm sorry. Thank you. You matter. Jerome eagerly collected more and more of his favorite words. The more words he knew, the more clearly he could share with the world what he was thinking and feeling and dreaming. And one breezy afternoon, Jerome climbed the highest hill, pulling a wagon packed with his word collection. And he smiled as he emptied his collection of words into the wind. He saw children in the valley below scurrying about, collecting words from the breeze. Jerome had no words to describe how happy that made him. Then at the end, the author leaves a little message for the reader, and it says, reach for your own words. Tell the world who you are and how you will make it better. And friends, as we are in kindergarten and moving on to SK or into grade 1, we are going to get better better and better at our words, both reading our words and writing our words. And when we can do those things with words, we can do wonderful things in the world. We can be writers, and we can be readers, and we can be storytellers. So I'm excited for you to learn more and more words and become a word collector like Jerome is in the story. All right, friends, it is time for us to get going. So I want to remind you that on our D2L page, Miss L has put up a library activity for you today, so you may go and check that out. And it's time to say goodbye. Here we go. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Be sweet, parakeet. Give a hug, ladybug. See you soon, raccoon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Blow a kiss, goldfish. Bye, friends. See you tomorrow for Friday. Bye.